Hello, dear listener. Welcome to the House of Tarot. Today we're doing a blind reading about any topic that the cards want to tell us. We're going to go ahead and get started with our sweet treats or hot fudge deck to start with the reading and move on to our tea leaves, our tarot, and we are going to bring in our dice to do some numerology and read a passage off of our numbers book. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to take... Ooh, I kind of like this card already. It's very jumpy. It wants to come out. So we have show reciprocity to the one you love. Okay, gonna keep going with this, expound on this. What else? What other message could be for us today? So showing some return to somebody you love. We have carve time for the one you love. Are some of you thinking of baking for somebody? I also see this with like the coffee and the fudge, carving out time, possibly having to make time for somebody, or kind of even make time for yourself in a sense, make time to kind of get yourself ready for somebody or ready for an experience with somebody. I also see you, the way you show up matters. So how you're showing up, whether you're exhausted, frustrated, you sat in traffic too long. So maybe showing yourself some time where you kind of get a moment to yourself to really glam up in order to meet somebody. So if some of you are in the beginning phases of dating, the beginning phases of a friendship, kind of the way you might be showing up is like flustered. You kind of scheduled it too close to work. You scheduled your meeting back to something. So I'm seeing you having to kind of slow down, take more time for yourself, take more time to really show up with the person you are. I'm also getting this in a work meeting, in a work environment, whether you have a meeting set up for a certain day and it's quite an important meeting of some sort, or some sort of coffee meeting, some sort of meetup, really being careful with the way you show up to this. So kind of giving back to yourself in order to give back to the community, to give back to this one person that you're trying to impress, possibly, or gain something from, possibly gain their trust, gain their knowledge. So if this is a work reading for some of you, this could be kind of how you're showing up to the table in order to gain somebody's business or gain somebody's interest, intimacy. So I'm seeing this also in an intimate setting for a lot of you. We're going to go ahead and go with our tea leaves and see. Ooh, I like the way these spread out already for us. We have an owl. Good advice from a wise person. So being ready to kind of show up free. I'm seeing you having to kind of like get things off of you. I keep seeing somebody kind of like pushing their hair back, pushing things off. So really showing up to something very comfortable, very ready, kind of leaving everything how you want it, kind of starting early. So really, if you have somewhere to go on a Friday, or you have a trip coming up or something, really kind of making sure that you have everything in order, from even like a hair on your head. If you have to go get a haircut or some part of your hair is like frizzy, is also what I'm seeing with the owl, kind of just taking things to the next level so you could really show up for something. So I'm seeing you really wanting to show up for somebody, for something also in your future, whether this is a position for some of you, or possibly a friendship, a group, a relationship, some kind of meeting or meetup, finding the way to be able to really, I don't know why I hear the word sensually, but really sensually show up for this. So some of you might need to be using your life force energy, your sexual energy, all the energy you have for this, but really finding the way that you can show up. You're just like an essence that's ready to be there. Let's see what other message we have. We have a torch. We also have it by this fire. We have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. This could also be with your overall energy, how you're showing up to things, whether you have to listen to a meditation before you leave the door, whether you have to listen to a meditation while you shower and getting ready for this thing. But I'm seeing you having to go 10 steps further in order to show up for somebody or something. I'm seeing you having to put more work into this than just really kind of showing up in clean clothes and brush teeth. So really looking into this and how it applies to you. We also have a barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So also a reflection of looking into this barrel of what kind of goals have been pushed to the side with you, or what needs more interest, more affection, more I see affection for some reason, but more attention is also the word I'm looking for is kind of something in your life needs more attention, and this possibly could be with yourself. This could be with yourself, and advice from a good friend to really listen to this friend that might be here to help you of how else you could pour into yourself. We have a money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. And I feel this is how you show up in the world. Get ready for how you're going to show up in the world, and be ready for something. So I keep hearing the phrase like, stay ready. You do not have to get ready. So really taking the time at home to really get ready for something. And I see this with your mind, your body, your soul, just the entirety of everything, getting ready so you can open new channels to receiving money, receiving opportunities. So really kind of laying the groundwork to being ready for something. We also have a broken ring, a parting of ways, either in romance or business. So this newfound you, this newfound ready person, this newfound person that kind of has an investment in themselves might result in people falling away, is what I'm hearing with a broken ring. People might just start falling away. People that are not for you, that do not have your best interest, that do not want to see you thrive, that kind of like seeing you in a bad state, kind of like bothering you. I also see people like heckling you, just somebody that's in your life that doesn't have your best interest, that I feel like you're thriving creates their insecurity for some reason. That's really just a them thing. So something from all of this change up and all this energy that you're going to start showing up with, you're going to see the right people that are not meant for you, or should I say the wrong people for you, fall away. So I do see broken rings happening during this development. To somebody who's not going to be able to handle the new you or what's going on in your life. We're going to go ahead and move on to the tarot. Okay. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So a new opportunity in money, a new idea with money. So really looking out for this. I know we talked about meetings and things like that and how you show up to the world and money path coming in. So really looking out with somebody wanting to give you something, somebody wanting to give you money. This could also be romantically. I keep seeing this reading kind of wanting to go back to a romantic state. So somebody that might want to take care of you, somebody new wants to come into your life that really wants to help you in some way. And I'm not saying they kind of take over your life or things like that, that they're going to take care of every aspect. So really keep putting work into yourself. But I feel they're going to offer you something that makes your life a whole lot easier. Just some kind of opportunity, some kind of interest, some sort of thing that's going to build your life up in a financial manner. But being ready for this opportunity is also where I'm headed with the beginning of our reading. Getting yourself ready for this. So really priming yourself. I'm seeing like having to prime the meal and really kind of marinate things. So that's kind of what you have to do with yourself, really taking care of yourself entirely from the inside to the outside and everything like that. I'm seeing more opportunities are going to head your way. Like I keep seeing a magnet. It just kind of magnetizes, and this coin kind of sticking to you. So I see this opportunity coming once the right paths and openings are ready for you. So we're going to keep going. Okay, we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands to me is about a lot of victory coming your way, a lot of I don't know why I see chances. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of openings, a lot of channels, and a lot of victory with a lot of things. So really be ready for some sort of recognition as well, some sort of victory, being recognized for something in your life. And this possibly could be with the money factor also coming in, some kind of magnetism that you're going to start gaining from this. And I feel like it's just going to keep going. You're just going to keep attracting things. So it's just like a compound effect, and it really begins within. It really begins with yourself. Ooh, okay. We have something coming up where the worst will be over. So this is possibly with a broken ring, feeling backstabbed by somebody or something, or a group even, just kind of feeling a way where the worst will be over soon. I keep hearing that whatever you might be going through, the worst is coming to an end. And I feel it might be in a very backstabbing way, but I feel there's going to be a lesson from this. When we had the broken ring, I did see the wrong people falling away from your life. And I keep hearing they're just going to like fall like flies. They're just going to drop and they're not going to be there at some point. But I feel this is also not the easiest way for you to hear something like this, that somebody might not be there in an instance. It could be like in a day that they will no longer be there or have your back. But I feel like they were kind of a backstabbing essence in your life, just somebody that kind of rode the wave against you all the time in some way. And it might come in the friendly face, it might come in the loving face, it might come even in the marriage. But I feel like at some point the worst will be over from this, and you're able to move on with a clarity, with a clear-minded. I feel like this is going to happen abruptly. Like you're not going to really see this coming, but I feel it's only going to clear the path for the future. It's going to clear the path for more victory, for more things that you're meant to do on this planet. Ooh, we have the Temperance. So again, I see a major glow up. This Temperance to me is about fairness, being equal, being how we spread the love to our entirety. So she's kind of like spreading, equalizing some sort of water figure and flow and things like that. But I see you kind of doing this with yourself, kind of spreading the love to yourself from your skin to your bones, to your body, to your mind, to your face, to all sorts of things. So I see you really being able to get into some sort of flow where you're able to spread your love evenly through yourself. So I feel like not one part will be lacking in you, and this isn't a you thing. And possibly from going through this moment where you feel extremely backstabbed or extremely just tired of something, tired, exhausted, the worst being over, I feel like a glow up definitely happens from this, some sort of flowing energy where you're able to invest in yourself more. Even if this wrong person has to fall away from you, I feel like it comes with something better in the end. Ooh, we have this Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is about our meditation. So your environment is going to get very, very calm, very soothing, a very meditated state at some point. And a lot of aha moments are coming for you. A lot of things that you're going to be able to carry with you to your next generation, to your children, to even helping friends and others. So a lot of what you're going through is in a helping way for other people, for your future, and also finding a reason for everything, finding a reason why things didn't work, why things did work, what had to change, just things like that. So a very beautiful environment that you'll be in soon, of some sort of meditated state. Okay, we have the Hermit. Again, this is completely like a growth reading. I see this reading as being a very spiritual growth reading. And with the Hermit, it's about being alone, being focused on something, kind of going within yourself, going within your spiritual journey as well, possibly reflecting on it, journaling on it, just several things that you're going to be alone. And again, I feel like somebody that this is really going to trigger their character or their lacking in what they're not doing. I feel like it triggers them that you're doing more, you're doing something. I feel they fall away, and it just creates space for the right things in your life, right purpose in your life, possibly even your ultimate purpose. Gonna get your final card. Oh, we have the Five of Cups, and this is again about going within, about being alone, kind of going through things alone in the way of solitude in a peaceful manner, not so much that you can't trust anybody or just something very negative. It's just kind of going through things in a very peaceful manner. If you have to go through this thing alone, or finding the right small niched group, I feel like somebody is not always on your side that you expect to be on your side. Somebody's not always being protective of you or loving towards you. And I feel like this is something of a reflection, a lot of reflective energy, a lot of flow energy, and kind of going within to find the answers. So if you're going through something, my dear listener, I feel like you have to I feel like going within, you'll find the answers to what you're looking for, really connecting with yourself. And I feel like at some point the worst will be over, whatever it may be that you're coming towards, the worst being over. We're going to take some dice to work with our numerology, and we're going to do this intuitively, however it comes out. So we're going to do 632. I'm just going to read right off the passage for 632. And we have a soul rest, practice alone time. And this definitely hits hard with our overall reading about being alone in a very positive way of using it for yourself, but we're just going to read the passage for you. Distracting yourself with people, places, and things is creating distance from self and spirit. Lie in meditation, listening to sounds of nature as your thoughts and feelings pop in. Take note of them, but try not to dwell. Okay, this was very fitting for a reading. So if you stayed with me to the end, please just take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer readings at the houseoftarot.etsy.com, and I am planning some fun games, so really look out for those, of free giveaways, and I'll mail something out to you. So look out for this to come soon, possibly within the next 20 days or so. So with that, I leave you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.